Listen to this provocative quote from Francis Chan. Our greatest fear should not be of failure, but of succeeding at things in life that don't really matter. What is it that matters to you? Bearing fruit for Christ matters. And there's only one way to do that. In John chapter 15, verses 4 through 6, and then verse 8, Jesus said, "Abide in me and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine, so neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him, he bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. My Father is glorified by this, that you bear much fruit, and so prove to be my disciples." Flourishing spiritual fruitfulness demands a constant connection to Christ. And that's what I call the principle of priority. Abide in me, and I in you. I am the vine. You are the branches. He who abides in me, and I in him, he bears much fruit. Did you know that Jesus used that word abide 10 times in these 6 verses? What does it mean to abide? Well, Greek lexicons say that it carries the ideas of remaining, to stay, to continue in, to dwell, to sojourn, to rest in, to last, to endure, to continue unchanged in, to be in close, intimate communion with. You see, it means all of those things. Not one word really fits it completely. The point is clear. Christ not only wants to be in us, he wants us to be in him, steeped in him. And steeped is the best word that I could find to describe what Jesus is really getting at. It means to be saturated with or to be subject thoroughly to a strong, pervading influence. Christ is saying, "Be steeped in me." Let me ask you, are you steeped in Christ? If you are a tea drinker, you will understand the following metaphor really well. Years ago, my wife and I and a few others from our church had the privilege of worshiping with Dr. Tony Evans at a large conference in Boston. In one of his talks, he shared an analogy that fits this text perfectly. Dr. Evans described a person's relationship to Christ in tea drinkers' terminology. If you're a hot tea drinker, you know there are 2 ways to prepare your tea. Some people are dippers. They take their tea bag and they go up and down and up and down and up and down. And if you're a dipper, you got to do a lot of work. Dr. Evans then explained that he's not a dipper. He's an abider. He said, "I simply drop my tea bag in the water and I let it remain. And the water flows through the bag and the bag flows through the water. And they kind of flow through each other. And right before my eyes, I watch a transformation occur." That's the priority. Abide in Christ, and he will abide in you. There is no other way to produce flourishing spiritual fruit that remains.